There's different areas in personal education self-development. Let's start with the body first. This is the most important one. This is the one I worked on first. You heard me say earlier, he was just eating and doing nothing. I let myself get really out of shape, and what that did was it destroyed my self-esteem looking at myself. I didn't have any strong self-image. I didn't respect myself. And then also on top of that, I had low energy levels. I just had this internal reflection that if I don't like myself, who else is going to like me? Therefore, why even go try to start relationships or start a business? So one of the most pivotal points of my career for business was when I decided to physically change my body and get back in shape when I was like 60, 70 pounds overweight. Let's talk about, you've been heavy into fitness. How does that play into your success in business? Do you think you could be as successful as you are right now if you did not take the time to go to the gym? And I get this all the time. People say, I don't have time to go to the gym. And I tell them, you don't have time to not go to the gym. So kind of give your take on all that. And then we'll move into like mindset development and some other parts of kind of the personal development journey.
Yeah, so my background, it was that I was always practicing sports. Back even home when I was in ninth grade, where I made like a mini gym at home. My older brother was frequently going to the gym. He was a power lifter. And this pushed me to basically take action, do something similar. I grew up at the farm and we had a lot of eggs, milk, meat, stuff like that. So I had plenty of protein to start like actually hitting the gym, not finding excuses. So that was kind of into my genes already to hit the gym. But if I connect the whole success thing with going to the gym is like basically what Ed Mylett is saying in his book, The Power of One, is like the going to the gym is the base to any business. It basically builds your character, because anytime when you are an entrepreneur, you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. There's going to be a lot of negative things coming towards your way. So you have to be strong so you can either ignore this, not just, get broke at your first rock that hits into you and like, oh my God, I'm going to start crying about this. No, I mean, this is what you do. It builds your character, because this is when you're lifting heavy weights. You have to have a character, either like you push, it's hard, sometimes it's painful, you have like this blood rush and stuff like that. Well, some people will say this is not a really pleasant feeling, right? But again, this feeling, it's not a feeling that is in your comfort zone. So every time when you push weights, you're getting out of your comfort zone, because your body, it's a whiner. Technically, you have that inner voice bitch that is talking to you all the time. Why do you have to go to the gym? You have kids, you already look pretty good. Eat this, eat that, You don't have to impress anyone with this. You don't have to post this on Instagram to impress anyone with this or anything like that. Like a lot of talk, this beach voice is telling you in your head, but you just have to say it. Shut up. This is what I do. This is a part of me. I have to go. I have to do it because this is the base to everything. So just thinking about what are you, your mind and your body is one thing. So imagine that you're neglecting your mind or you're neglecting your body. So what's going to happen, right? Let's say you have a car, and then the car has many components, has the wheels, have the gas pedals, brake pedals, it has the engine. So now imagine that you take care of the whole car, the transmission, the wheels, you're doing the alignment, you're cleaning inside, but you neglect the engine. You don't change the oil, you don't do the spark plugs, you don't clean the ignition coils and stuff like that. What's going to happen? Well, you're going to eventually get a breakdown. If the whole car looks really shiny and nice, you're going to have a bad car. You're not going to move. So the mind and the body is the same thing. If you're going to neglect one thing or another, it's going to have effect on what you're doing. So if you are successful, let's say real estate agent, you're a successful real estate agent, you are reading books, self-development, you're working on your mindset, you're having deals, but you're not going to the gym. Now, how do you think? Can you be more productive by doing the same thing about your mindset and not going to the gym, or go to the gym and work on your body and also work on your mind? Do you think you're going to be more productive? I think you're going to be like twice as more productive in your business. You're going to be much more successful because you're going to just be on a different level of energy. When going to the gym, I just see for myself, when it was the lockdown, didn't go to the gym for like 4.5 months, almost 5 months, even though I was trying to work out a little bit, but at home, with the stuff that I ordered on Amazon, but it was not like the real gym. The gym has a different level of energy when you step in and you just see other people that are looking good and they're working out and they're pushing. You want to do the same. So I just see how my body was reacting in that short period of time, like 4 or 5 months. I started to have like different kind of like little issues, like my hand would start like hurt my knee, my neck. I was like feeling like a old dude, like something. Everything was like cranky and stuff like that. And also I was not that persistent. My persistent level, since the point of not going to the gym, my business started going down, because going to the gym, you're persistent, you're like killing that inner bitch voice all the time. Not doing that, the bitch voice gets more power over you, and then it starts to tells you and dictates your life more in different areas, right? If you're keeping that voice in check at the gym, that means you're going to keep that voice in check in any areas of your life. When you're saying, do I have to do this video? Do I have to post this video? Or you're letting that voice to do whatever it wants, and then it starts dictating you in the gym first, and then it goes into your, do I should do this video? Whatever, this video is not that important. It's not going to bring me any business. So it gives you more, you give it more power by not going to the gym. I don't know if this makes sense to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I try to talk to young men and really everybody, men and women, and I see them, a lot of them lost in life and struggling, trying to figure out how to become more and which direction they go. And ultimately, like, it comes from your physical vitality first. If you're not healthy, if you're not strong, if you're not proud about yourself, everything else crumbles around you. It's the foundational starting point is self-esteem. And self-esteem comes from respecting ourselves and looking at ourselves in the way that we know we were made to be. And when we're a lesser version of ourselves, that's where the lacking of respect for ourselves comes from, and everything falls around us. So if we're trying to attract a girl into our life, but we don't believe ourselves, how will she believe in us? So the first thing you guys need to do is get jacked. Get as strong and as big as you can, because what happens is people will respect you. Men will respect you, women will respect you. And your physical appearance, you have to understand, is something that can't be purchased. That you can't have a multi-billionaire just go buy a six-pack. They can't just go buy a body. They have to earn it. And if you guys start thinking about things in life and business on how to represent yourself in the world so that people can see things that you earned, as far as like a body or a business, that's where respect from yourself comes and respect from others comes from, because they know that it wasn't just something that you wrote a check for. It came from sacrifice. So that's the first thing you guys need to understand. Also, like, I hear it's like, well, it's hard to go to the gym and it hurts and all this type of stuff. But what's hard? Hurts is a life when you're not in your peak condition. Because if you guys are feeling bad about yourself and you go get jacked over the next year or two and you get a six-pack, what's going to happen? Life is going to get easier. The people that were treating you poorly and all the guys that were picking on you, they're going to back off now, because now they don't want a problem with you, right? All the girls that were ignoring you now may show some interest in you. People in business and attraction-based business, it's like what we're doing here. We're trying to attract talent. Do you want to attract highly disciplined people that have high performance skills, habits and skill sets? Or do you want to attract people that are sitting on a couch doing nothing? And so people of like kind attract people of like kind. So it's not an accident, that Mihai's on here and we all think the same and act the same. And how the Wolfpack organization, we're all kind of like this. We walk out there a bunch of Terminators, right? This is really where you guys need to start thinking. If you're not getting in shape, this is not about physical, we're not talking about like a beauty competition. We're talking about the strength of the body here. But it's very important on that side. Now, we touched on the mental side a little bit. Going to the gym increases the mental toughness as well, because you're pushing through adversity. And everything in life comes from two things. When we grow, massive repetitions and pushing against resistance. You need both. So if you just go to the gym and you're lifting 1 pound weights, yeah, you're doing repetition, but you're not breaking down so you can rebuild. You have to push past that resistance point, which is what he's talking about here, getting outside the comfort zone. If you guys are doing stuff that's easy, you're not growing. You have to push past that comfort zone and get to where that resistance point is. But once you go do something long enough, through enough repetitions, and you push against the adversity and that resistance, that's when you break down and growth happens behind the
Hey, Connor, can you hear me?
Down. And so it's very important to understand that.